Alright, how's it going everyone? And welcome to H1Z1, the zombie MMO game that I've been waiting for quite a long time. It's finally been out, and oh dear lord, where do I start with this one? Let's start with the beginning, shall we? The game was supposed to come out on the 15th of January, which was yesterday, and it did come out. Except it's been delayed about 4 or 5 times, and every time they delayed by an hour or two. So every time I was thinking the game was gonna get out and I was finally gonna get to play it, it just kept getting delayed. So I just said screw it, I'll just wait for the next day, which is today, to get the game. So I get the game and I can't play it, just like most people can't. And why? Because, well, error G99, which basically means you're not gonna log into the game. So the developers launched the game with 200 servers to play the game in, but only one login server, and that one login server wasn't working. See the game as, or see the servers as an apartment complex. There's many houses inside. There's 200 houses inside that apartment complex, but the main door that you get in is locked and your key isn't working. So there's a bunch of goodies waiting on the other side, but you can't get through. That's what happened with the game. Most people couldn't get in, and most people can't. But I did eventually get in. But in the meantime, I was looking at some live streams, because some streamers or some people actually got into the game immediately, magically somehow. And what do we see in these live streams? Well, we see something that the developers promised it wouldn't happen. Now, during the entire development of this game, the developers have been, I would have to say they've been talking to the community quite a lot, you know. They certainly seem to show some passion about the game. They've been talking to Reddit, their own blog, or their own websites, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. You know, they've been communicating with people. They've been doing live streams to show what the game has been, the development cycle of the game and all that stuff. But throughout the entirety of the game development, all they've been saying is that there's going to be microtransactions in the game. They've admitted that since the beginning, because the game is supposed to be a free-to-play. But it's also going to not have a pay-to-win kind of deal going on. So basically, in order for them not to do that, all they're going to sell in the game is going to be cosmetics, like clothes, like silly hats and then masks and all that stuff. And never sell weapons or any other item that could give a player an unfair advantage. Well, today the game came out. They've done a complete 180 on that, and actually released a statement that's saying, you know what, yeah, there's actually some sort of pay-to-win bullshit in it. Well, I don't think they've actually said that, but here's what we've seen in live streams, right? So this guy purchases an airdrop, right? And he paid $2 for this airdrop. So you can buy this however many you want and pay however much you want, I suppose. Obviously, it's $2 minimum per one, I think. But anyways, this guy's paid $2 for an airdrop, and he calls it in. And this airdrop comes in, and basically an airplane just passes by and drops you a crate with loot inside. Now, supposedly, this loot was only supposed to be cosmetic wares, and that's how you used to buy things in the game. You know, things don't just spawn as soon as you buy them, they're airdropped. So this dude buys, this airdrop, and it airdrops like 100 meters in front of him. So 20-second sprint. Let's say where I am and where that white trailer is, that's where the loot is dropped. That's like the farthest away. So 10-20 seconds run and you can get the loot. What's inside this loot? Well, there's weapons. There's assault rifles, there's handguns, there's medic kits, water, food, whatever. There's a lot of stuff inside the game. So basically this guy just played the game for 5 minutes in. He hasn't searched for anything. He hasn't barely moved from the spawn point, and he's already heavily armed, and he's already got a lot of stuff. To me, that's pay to win, right? I've spawned in the game. I've been looking around, looting for stuff. As you see on this video, I found dick. I haven't found anything. 99% of the stuff is all empty. Either it's the server that was on, because sometimes that happens. I switched servers, and one of the servers that wasn't even spawning anything. I couldn't even do anything in the server, and I had to switch servers and all that. It could be that, but even still, that's a pay to win, and people are raging at that. And you know what? This time I'm gonna say they're right in raging. Okay, The game came out 12 hours ago, more or less, at the time of this video, and it already has 60 mixed reviews on Steam. 60% of the reviews are positive, 40% are negative, and I gotta say the negative are rising quite fast. You know, the more people review the game, the more negative reviews it actually has, okay? And the game just came out, so that's a bad start and a bad sign right then and there, okay? Might I say this is now the most sold game on Steam. It's on the top sellers right now. So the game is popular, but it's just another. Right now, it's another The Walking Z or the War Z, I think it is, or Survivor Stories, whatever the hell they call it now. Another cash grab, basically. That's what it seems right now. I gotta say I'm not very impressed with it as is, and I do not recommend it. This video is not a rant video. This is not a rage video. I'm not angry. I'm not. Well, I wouldn't say I'm angry. I'm disappointed right now. But it's a warning to people who don't know. If you're planning on buying this game, don't. Okay, that's all I gotta say right now. Do not purchase the game. Do not buy into this early access bullshit right now. All right, it's just not worth it as it is right now. If the developers ever do another 180 on this and start listening to the community and to the backlash that they're getting right now, and actually follow their word and take the pay to win bullshit and actually fix the game to a state that it's at least playable, then I would say, yeah, maybe if you want to spend $20 on this, then by all means go for it. Right now though, do not spend money on this. And if you're in Europe, there are no European PvE servers. Just to let you guys know, for some odd reason, all the Americans have it, which you can play on US servers if you want, but you're gonna be lagging out, I suppose. Anyways, this is it for this video, guys. I don't want it to be too long, unfortunately. Perhaps I'll do a series on this if the game gets better. For now, this is all you're getting. Let me know what you guys think about in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.